guys.
Hello guys.
Hello guys. Today I'm interviewing my friend Dinesh. Can you start to introduce yourself? Yes, just a few words.
Okay, good. Hey guys, my name is Dinesh and I'm living in Vietnam for the last 2 years. And I work here, by the way. Life in Vietnam is very good and I feel good. I feel really positive to live in Vietnam. So that's why I continue my life here. Yep, probably like you can say a simple life, but it's happy life.
So the first question is,
Okay.
how have you adapted to the cultural difference between India and Vietnam?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Yes.
Obviously, like, you know, in terms of culture, when it comes to culture and the timing compared to India and Vietnam is pretty different. Because India and Vietnam is actually 1.5 hour or 2 hour, you know, a bit forward. And, you know, we were adapted in India with that time schedule and then coming here and then we have to change the schedule. It's pretty tough initially, but obviously when it comes to life and work, we have to do that. We have to do the changes, right? So yes, you know, it was actually pretty tough to, you know, adapt into that situation and the culture and all. But slowly I could able to crack myself and then I could able to, you know, adapt that culture and timing as well. So obviously yes, I did, but it took time for me, nearly 1 year I believe.
Okay.
It was good, yeah.
So the Indian culture and Vietnamese culture are quite different, right?
Not quite different, but the culture of Vietnam and India is almost like a kind of same. But you know, when it comes to the you know, the culture I see in Vietnam, they have a bit of, you know, Western culture as well. Whereas India have their own typical culture. Like when it comes to food, when it comes to, you know, the way they dress, it's actually different. When it comes to food, I see a lot of Vietnamese people, they have their food on timing, right? When it comes to dinner, they are finishing their dinner by 7 itself, everyone, most likely everyone. And that kind of culture you cannot see in India. So India is actually kind of different. So let's say like back then when I was in India, my mom used to cook at 8 p.m.
Oh.
8 p.m. She used to cook at 8 p.m. And she will cook at 8 p.m. And then when it comes to dinner on the table, it will be like 9:30 or 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very late.
Very late, I know. But whereas here, it's pretty different. You have to finish your dinner on or before 7 in order to, like, you know, follow the culture, which is actually really good for health, and obviously you'll be following the culture as well. So I feel great to have, you know, and to adapt Vietnamese culture, and the food of Vietnam is good.
Okay.
I love it.
But what is the most challenging part of the Vietnamese culture that you are not used to it yet?
The thing is, like, you know, India is actually a pretty closed cultured people. Like, you know, they're not used to the Western kind of dressing styles and Western kind of outfits. They have their own, you know, outfits, which is actually, yeah, good. But when it comes to Vietnam, yeah, they have their own culture dress, right? But we can see plenty of people, they used to they used to, you know, Western culture dress. I see some of the people, they wear Vietnamese culture dress, which is you know, the kind of, you know, chuli and then the pant, right? Whereas nowadays, you know, the trend in Vietnam is like they are following Western dresses, Western culture, which is actually initially it was not actually used to me, and now I'm very much comfortable with those things and all. So it's not challenging. Obviously, every country have their own, you know, good and bad. So obviously if you move to country and you adapt yourself and see something like new for you and you get to used to that, then obviously it's common. So there is no challenge at all.
Can you share your
Yes, go on.
Can you share your experience of building connection and friendship in Vietnam?
Friendship. Okay. I thought you are from French, right? So French. Obviously, like the pretty much challenge that I'm facing with the Vietnamese people at the moment to get good friendship, communication, language. Language is the one of the biggest barrier that I feel like I'm having, not the people. I'm having to get connect with them. And if someone speaks English, obviously it is easy to get connected with those people. So getting friendship to Vietnamese is not a challenging part, but I would say if we have Vietnamese language, it's easy to connect with them, easy to get a friendship with them. So yeah, my answer is like it's not that tough. It is okay if you have the advantage of having language with you. Easy to get connect with these people and you will have your friendship.
So are you learning Vietnamese?
So I am actually learning Vietnamese. Initially, like getting a Vietnamese friend is it's a big deal for me because most of the people, they don't speak English. So I only know English, right? I don't know Vietnamese, even single word also, because the Vietnam language is one of the toughest language. So I'm started learning already. I have some few friends now. Yeah, so friendship is not a big deal.
Yes.
As long as you have good heart and good mind, and with the good tool that if you have, then probably getting friendship is good.
How do we find Vietnamese people? How are they?
That's a good question. Okay, when it comes to Vietnamese people, they are really good-hearted people. I would say 99% of the people that I met was really good-hearted people, good kind of people, and always welcoming, very good hospitality, and wherever you go, you feel like safe with these people. But obviously, there will be like, as I said, good and bad also in every, each and every factor or every country. I also encountered that some of the people are actually bad. Not some, like pretty much like 1%, less than 1% people are actually bad. Because I was actually got scammed by some of the people when I came here for the first time, and then I came to know that how we can able to find this kind of people, and then you should have to get rid of that people. So it's like you have to have your life here, and experience will give you how to have your life and what to talk with, what kind of people, and what kind of people that you not talk, and what kind of people that you should get rid of them. So that comes definitely once you have the experience. But obviously 99% of the people are so good and very nice people. Yeah.
And speaking with Vietnamese language, what do you find the most difficult when learning Vietnamese?
Obviously, Vietnam itself very difficult for me. Vietnam language itself is very difficult for me because the language is not a flat language, right? It's not a flat language. The language has its own tone, ups and downs, which is pretty much difficult. And you can't by heart that. If you by heart that, then I would say 2 or 3 days after you will definitely forget. Somehow you need to crack that language in your mind. Right now I'm learning. Obviously it is actually difficult for me to crack the tone and by heart the tone. But I think there is something behind the language that we need to understand that I don't know until now. Probably like once after some time of learning. I just started the Vietnamese language probably like 1 month ago. So maybe I would think that after 3 months or 4 months probably I could able to understand a bit more about Vietnamese language, and maybe like how I can able to figure out this language. So those things, like I think that yeah, maybe after 4 months we can able to figure out. So when it comes to Vietnamese language, yes, it is pretty much difficult. Very difficult language, especially the tone. How's the coffee? Good?
Very nice.
Really?
Yeah.
How about the tea?
Really nice as well.
What? Okay, I should open a coffee shop then.
What are your favorite Vietnamese dishes?
Oh, okay. Favorite dishes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't explore much of Vietnamese food, but the only thing that really attracts me and really gave me the taste was actually pho. Pho is one of the best food I ever tasted.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of in Vietnam.
It's
in
not
terms of Vietnam.
It's not chicken.
Throughout the world.
Rice chicken? No.
What? Rice with chicken. That's a pretty typical dish. But when it comes to the special dish in Vietnam, I would say pho is my favorite. Pho, along with earlier I was having pho with chicken, and then I tasted a bit of beef.
Yeah.
For the first time. It was actually good. But I am actually from India, right?
Yeah.
So I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork also. And yeah, resting like seafood, I eat. Seafood like fish, shrimp, that of course I can able to eat. Egg also can. Chicken, yes. But I tasted beef for the first time. It was actually good than chicken. So that was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, pho with beef or chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the dishes that you cannot eat or you hate?
Okay, so I don't hate any dishes. Okay, every dishes have has its own taste. So maybe like I'm not capable for eating that kind of dishes. You can say that, but obviously when it comes to pork, I don't eat that.
Yeah.
I don't eat. I would say pork is one of the tastiest dish in Vietnam, but I don't eat because I'm actually from India, right? So Indian people, they don't eat pork much. I mean, 99% of the people, they don't eat pork and beef also. So pork is something that I don't eat. Yeah. Beef, okay. Pork, I don't eat.
But there is no
There is no hate. There is no hate. There is no, I don't like at all. Nothing like that. But
so every dishes that you try, you like all of them?
Okay, that's a tricky question. All the dishes, yes, most of the dishes I tried was actually good, and some of the dishes, they have, the strongest fish sauces that I actually don't like. I actually don't like personally. I don't know why. I could not able to take that, so that's the reason why I don't like it. But obviously that is one of the most consumed sauces in Vietnam, right?
What challenges and opportunities have you encountered in your professional life in Vietnam?
Okay, I'm not technically strong in those areas. First of all, I would say that how I got this opportunity maybe, and maybe I will tell you that what kind of the core that I'm actually working into, and maybe that what kind of opportunity that you can look in Vietnam, not in a exceptional level, like, because I'm not technically strong in terms of Vietnam's opportunities. So first of all, like, I got this opportunity from my company. Back then I was working with a Singaporean company in India, and then my company had a plan to open an office in Vietnam. So I come from a logistics background. So I'm into freight forwarding and logistics. You might have seen the container movement and air cargo movement, those things and all we used to handle. And so I was working for the Singapore company, and then they had a plan to open an office in Vietnam. So they actually gave me the opportunity that if you're okay, then we will give the opportunity. That's what I said. I said, why not? I want to try that because I like challenges. Yeah. So I took the challenge and I came here, and yeah, it's been 2 years. God's grace, we are doing good. Yeah. So that's how I landed here, and then I'm taking care of my logistics Singaporean company here, and I'm heading the division here. And in terms of opportunity for the people, I would say most of the expats are all they're into teaching. Teaching profession is one of the biggest the shortage that Vietnam is facing. So when it comes to English teaching, especially English teaching, you can find vast number of opportunity in Vietnam. So that's the only one thing I know, and I've seen some of the people actually pretty good, like architect or engineers, IT based people. Those people are actually have the opportunity to work in Vietnam as well. Yeah. Or you should be like, your company should send you to Vietnam and to take care of their branches. That way also it will work. But if you want to come to Vietnam and look for the opportunity, then I would say if you are a teacher, you have the English certified courses, and if you have that kind of certificate like TESOL or something that if you have that kind of certificate, I would say obviously like getting English teaching job in Vietnam is pretty
easy,
good and easy as well.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it is not easy. It will be like you have to go through so many things, and then you have to crack your own ways. So yeah. The opportunity is for the English is good. The English teaching proficiency is actually very vast. So yeah, so teaching job have a lot of scope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you work in India?
No, I was working with Indian company earlier.
Yeah.
That was my first company. I worked with the company for nearly 10 months. And after that, I got the Singapore company opportunity. I grabbed the opportunity and then I moved myself from Indian company to the Singaporean company. So I'm working with this company for quite long.
Okay.
Yep. And then they transferred me from India to here.
So you have experience in Indian company and Vietnamese company? Like on Vietnamese environment?
Correct.
What is the main the differences between those two type of company?
The thing is like if you are in India or if you are in different country, they have their own way of doing business, controlling people and maintaining the people. I would say like if you are in India, you'll be like kind of hardworking, and you always something behind you to push every single time, and you will be always exploring your boundaries as much as possible, and there is no lagging in India. Whereas in Vietnam, yes, people are very smart people and hardworking people, but when it comes to the timing, like if it is like 8 to 5 job, so they really work very hard from 8 to 5, and after 5 they have their own personal life, which is actually good as well. So you can't go and disturb them after 5 if they are into family or some personal people like single people also. Yeah. So whereas in India, it will be like 99% are all committed towards the work, and if you call them or message them at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 11 p.m. also, that's still 99% of the people they really answer. They're ready to check your concern about anything in terms of business. Whereas that kind of thing is actually a bit low in Vietnam. So beside that, yes, pretty much same.
Do you have some activities or do you participate in events in Vietnam?
Yes, I used to participate in some events, but now I don't have much time to participate in events because at the moment I need to focus more on my company's growth and business because obviously they are, they are the people that the reason why I'm here. So they need to be happy and they need to make some money also. And so that's the reason why like I'm not participating much in the social things. So besides that, I used to participate in many like business events, exhibition, those things and all.
And how does your daily routine in Vietnam differ from what you have in India?
So that's pretty much like super to extent. In India, I was with my family, and there must be like kind of comfort zone because you have to wake up you'll be like waking up at 7 a.m. probably 7:30. You will be having your breakfast on the table because you have your mother.
Yep.
So she's working on that, and she's preparing for that. And after having breakfast, you have to leave the home for the job. So that's pretty much like a very easy and comfortable thing. Whereas in Vietnam, I'm living alone, so I have to wake up early. I have to do some exercise to take care of my health, and I have to start cooking. Probably like 6:30. If I have to eat breakfast, then I have to start cooking at 6:30 or 6:50.
Yeah.
Because Indian cuisine is something is different. You have to like patiently cook for hours, at least 1.5 hours to 2 hours.
Hours?
Yeah, hours.
Oh.
1.5 hours to 2 hours. So if you want to have breakfast in the morning, then obviously you have to wake up early and you have to cook it. So 8 o'clock is my office. So you should cook on or before 7:15 or 7:20 and then go for a shower and come back, put your outfit and then have your breakfast and then for the office. So pretty much hectic, but okay. That actually starts from day 1 to day 5. On Saturday, Sunday, it's quite comfortable for me because Saturday, Sunday I sleep a bit long, so it's okay.
And do you always cook at home, or you sometimes you eat outside?
Certainly, it's not possible to cook every time at home because the balance of the life and the work and your food need to be matched. Like if your work timing got extended, then obviously you have to look outside food.
Yeah.
And if you have the exact work timing, then probably like if you're not feeling lazy, then you can go ahead and cook. So for me personally, like out of 7 days, I try my best to cook at least for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and rest 2 days I always have outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you prefer to eat?
Yeah, prefer to cook. Home-based food.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cook only Indian food?
That's the only thing I know.
Okay. Are there any common misconceptions or stereotypes about Indians in Vietnam?
When it comes to stereotype of those questions, some of the few things that I encountered in midst of Vietnamese people. Most of the Vietnamese people, they are thinking that India got only one language, which is Hindi. But India is actually diversified into many different languages. So there are some different regions in India. If you go to the north, the most people they actually speak Hindi. And when it comes to south, like let's say like I'm actually from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So I speak Tamil. Tamil is my mother tongue.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Kerala, the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu, they speak Malayalam. And when it comes to Andhra, neighboring state of Tamil Nadu, they speak Telugu. And the Karnataka, they speak Kannada. So, which is that thing that I encountered with the Vietnamese people, that they are thinking India is a, they speak only Hindi, but it's not true actually. They speak many languages. India got quite a lot of languages. So Hindi is one of the language, and Hindi is the national language of India. So every time if I see Vietnamese people, if they are come across any Indian culture or Indian people, they always greet me with namaste. Namaste, yeah.
Well,
namaste is the word.
What language is namaste?
Namaste is Hindi.
Hindi?
Yeah.
And it's not your. Well, how do you say like the equivalent in your language?
The greetings in my language, we say Vanakkam. Vanakkam.
Oh, Vanakkam.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, that's pretty much different. Very different. Tamil is one of the oldest language in India. Tamil is actually one of the oldest language.
Okay.
Most of the southern language is actually derived from Tamil. So Tamil is the mother language, we would say, in terms of south. So yeah, we speak Tamil, and that thing that I actually encountered with people, that they're having in their mind that India means Hindi, which is actually not true. India,
you have some similar words maybe in between those languages, or it's completely different?
I would say like 90-95% of the words are actually different. Probably like less than 5% of the words is actually common. But when it comes to South India, I would say 20 to 30% of the words is actually kind of common, and rest only difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the places that you have visited in Vietnam?
That's my favorite question, by the way. I have visited not much, but I would say quite a number of places I visited. It was actually very nice places. I've been to Vung Tau.
Yep.
Yeah, Vung Tau was the first place I visited from Ho Chi Minh. And beside that, I have been to Hoi An, Da Nang, and what else? Hoi An, Da Nang, right.
Yeah.
That are all the places I think I visited. Not much.
Oh, not much.
Not much, yeah. I have to explore, because Vietnam got a lot of places, man. Oh my god. You have
Dalat.
I've been to Dalat, sorry.
Yes.
I've been to Dalat twice. That's a nice place, man. I mean, if you are a Vietnamese, or if you are a foreigner, if you are an expat here, I would 100% recommend to you guys to go Dalat. Dalat is one of the beautiful place. Got a lot of things to explore.
Yeah.
And obviously the weather in Dalat is super nice, extremely nice. Which we have in South India, a place called Ooty. So similarly like Ooty.
Ooty?
Ooty. Ooty is a place in Tamil Nadu,
okay,
which is fully covered with mountains, which is actually placed in mountains.
Okay.
The weather in Ooty is actually so cold, very good. So similarly like Dalat.
Okay.
But Dalat, when it comes to December, it is extremely cold, man, extremely cold.